Stop using your debit card. It is a direct link to your life savings. If it's stolen, your cash is gone instantly. But a credit card acts as a shield for your personal wealth. When you swipe credit, you are spending the bank's money, not yours. If fraud happens, the bank fights the battle to get their money back. Debit cards are covered by Regulation E. If your cash is stolen, it can take weeks to get it back. Credit cards fall under Regulation Z. Your legal liability is capped at just $50. The difference is simple. With debit, you are missing rent money. With credit, you haven't lost a dime. Reason number 3, the hidden tax. Merchants build credit card processing fees directly into their prices. When you pay with debit, you are paying that extra 2% but getting zero benefits. You are subsidizing everyone else's free flights. A credit card lets you claw that tax back in the form of cash back, points, or miles. Reason number 4, credit building. When you use a debit card, you are invisible to the credit bureaus. You could spend $10,000 a month on debit, and your credit score wouldn't move an inch. A credit card is your financial resume. It's the proof you need to buy a home or a car at the best possible rates. But there is a warning. Credit cards are a high-interest trap if you don't pay them off in full every single month. The bank wants you to only pay the minimum. Why? Because that's how they charge you 25% interest on a $5 coffee. To win this game, you must follow the money signal rule. Treat your credit card exactly like a debit card. Never spend money you don't already have. Step 1. Set your credit card to auto-pay for the full statement balance. This one move guarantees you never pay a single penny in interest. Step 2. Lock your debit card in a drawer or freeze it in your app. It should only be used for ATM withdrawals, never for daily spending. But safety and rewards are just the tip of the iceberg. There are hidden traps that most people don't even notice until their card is declined. Have you ever tried to rent a car or check into a hotel with a debit card? They don't just charge you for the room. They place a hold on your funds, sometimes for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. With a debit card, that's your actual cash. You can't spend it on food or emergencies until the bank releases it, which can take up to 10 days. Gas stations are the #1 place for card skimmers. A tiny device placed over the reader steals your info in a second. If they skim your debit card, they have your PIN. They can empty your ATM limit before you even finish pumping gas. But it's not just about points. Credit cards often come with a hidden feature called purchase protection. Imagine you buy a new laptop and drop it a week later. With a debit card, you're out of luck. With many credit cards, they'll actually refund you the full price. Many cards also extend the manufacturer's warranty. That means an extra year of coverage for free just because of the plastic you used. But what if you can't get a credit card yet? What if your score is too low or non-existent? Start with a secured credit card. You give the bank a small deposit, say $200, and that becomes your credit limit. Use it for 6 months, pay it on time, and you'll graduate to a real card and get your deposit back. It's the fastest way to build your money signal. Here is a technical secret that can tank your credit score, even if you pay on time. Credit utilization. The credit bureaus want to see you using less than 30% of your limit. If you have a $1,000 limit, never let the statement close with more than $300 on it. Most people confuse the statement date with the due date. This confusion is exactly how banks make their money. The statement date is when the bank takes a snapshot of your balance. The due date is usually 21 days later. To keep your score high, pay your balance before the statement date. There is one final danger: the psychology of plastic. Studies show people spend 12 to 18% more when paying with a card compared to cash. This happens because swiping doesn't feel like losing money. To fight this, always track your spending in an app so the numbers remain real. Now, let's talk about the golden handshake of the credit world: the sign-up bonus. Banks are so desperate for your business that they will literally hand you $500 to $1,000 just for using their card for your normal expenses. If you travel abroad, your debit card is a liability. Most banks charge a 3% foreign transaction fee on every single purchase, but travel credit cards have 0 foreign fees. You pay the exact exchange rate, saving you hundreds on your vacation. And then there's the luxury hack. High-end credit cards give you free access to airport lounges with free food, drinks, and high-speed Wi-Fi. While everyone else is sitting on the floor at the gate, you're relaxing in a quiet suite. Your credit card is your ticket to a first-class experience. Modern credit apps also let you create virtual cards. These are temporary numbers you can use for risky websites or free trials. If the site gets hacked or they try to charge you after the trial, you just delete the virtual card with one tap. Your main account stays untouched. One of the most powerful moves you can make is adding an authorized user. It's like a legal cheat code for building credit for your family. By adding a child or a partner to your account, they inherit your perfect payment history. Their credit score can jump 100 points without them ever spending a dime. But be careful. If you miss a payment, it hurts their score too. This is a tool built on trust and absolute discipline. Many people are scared of annual fees. They see a $500 price tag and run away. But let's look at the math. A $500 card might give you $200 in travel credits, $100 for food, and free lounge access worth another $300. The card actually pays you to own it. Ever bought something online and it never arrived? Or the merchant refused a refund? With a debit card, you're begging for your money back. With a credit card, you have the power of dispute. The bank will charge back the merchant. They take the money back by force while they investigate. You get a temporary credit instantly. The stress is gone. To master the game, you need to know the score. Your FICO score is built from 5 specific ingredients. The biggest piece is payment history, 35%. One missed payment can stay on your report for 7 years. 30% is amounts owed. This is that utilization rule we talked about. Keep your balances low to keep your score high. Every 6 months, call your bank and ask for a credit limit increase. If they raise your limit from $5,000 to $10,000, your utilization instantly drops by half. A higher limit doesn't mean you should spend more. It's just a bigger buffer that makes you look more responsible to the credit bureaus. Imagine your car breaks down and it's a $2,000 repair. If you use debit, that money leaves your emergency fund instantly. You lose the interest you were earning on that cash. But with credit, you pay the bill, keep your cash in your high-yield savings account for another 30 days, earn the interest, and then pay the card off. You use the bank's money to buy yourself time. Not all plastic is created equal. Have you ever heard of a charge card? Like the famous American Express Gold or Platinum? Unlike a credit card, a charge card has no preset spending limit. You can spend $50,000 in one go, but there's a catch. You must pay it in full every month. Because you have to pay the full balance, these cards don't affect your utilization score. It's the ultimate tool for high earners who want to keep their credit reports clean. Never, and I mean never, use your credit card at an ATM to get physical cash. This is called a cash advance, and it's a financial suicide. Unlike normal purchases, cash advances have 0 grace period. Interest starts racking up the second the cash hits your hand, often at 29% or more. Let's summarize the ultimate credit strategy to make you financially bulletproof. 1. Move all your daily spending from debit to credit. Treat it like a tool, not free money. 2. Turn on autopay for the full balance. Never pay a cent in interest. 3. Keep your utilization below 30%. Let your credit score grow while you sleep. And 4. Reclaim your rewards. Use your points for free travel, cash back, or gift cards. The banks have been using your money for decades. It's time you start using theirs. Stop being the victim of the system and start being the architect. Subscribe to the Money Signal for more financial clarity. Your future self will thank you.